day the day that my daughter was born, I came back from the hospital, and I've always been a fighting fan my whole life, boxing, MMA, and I would use my boxing bag, my punching bag, to meditate somewhat. So I'm just out there in my front yard, punching on my bag that's hanging from the tree, and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, how can I have my daughter grow up feeling secure in this world, but without having a shelter? First gym I ended up lining up with was a small gym up in Jackson, because I was tattooing at a shop out there at the time, and it was referred to me by a few friends, and so it was called the Underground, and I started training, I can't remember the exact, I want to say September of 2007, and then I took my first fight in November of 2008.
Oh man, just out here to watch the young bucks get down today, you know what I mean? Little cats paying dues, man. You gotta give them their props, be here to support them, you know?
I'm that knucklehead known as Nilla, still in the shine like burglary. Not a star quite yet, but don't act like you ain't heard of me. Northern Cali kinda hyphy, so I pack a murder piece. Cause in the booth and on the block there's some that want to murder me. I'm always on my toes, so really that don't worry me. Plus I pack enough heat to embark upon a murder spree. Always chasing currency, maybe that's why there's hatred tossed in my direction, cause I stay with ways to make bread. Legitimate and shake feds while heavy on the hustle. Only way I push down was adding to my...
And we're sitting here with, I know him as Nilla the Natch. A lot of you guys might know him as Mark Machine Guns Matthews. We're going to soon know him as Champ. What's cracking, brother?
Man, just trying to get this fight shit in motion, man. Do what I do. Been training for a few years now, man. That's why I really ain't been on the music scene, you know. Been pursuing other avenues right now, man. I got other callings, you know. I'm gonna hop back in that music game when it's time, but man, right now I need to be cracking heads.
Knock that shit for me. Knuckleheads bustin' in the city street. Now ride, knock that shit for me. Knuckleheads bustin' in the city street.
Yeah, I'm on my way up to the top, and ain't gon' stop till I reach it. I'm from the Bay, aka the best kept secret. And ain't gon' stop, I'ma keep on. This the introduction, not just the...
Got Mark Machine Matthews here. Well, man, I've been a lifelong artist of some sort. You know, I think I slid out of the womb with a pencil in my hand, slapped the doctor instead of getting spanked by him, and asked him for a piece of paper, because I didn't have these walls to draw on anymore. When I was about 17, I had a bunch of friends from my neighborhood. They knew how good I was at art, and they kept on hitting me up to do tattoos on them. So I had a buddy of mine who was doing tattoos but wasn't an artist. So he had a little homemade rig. I checked it out, looked at it, figured out how to build one for myself, and started from there. And then I had kind of I guess you could say, a rough start to adulthood, and I ended up doing a pretty significant chunk of time. And when I came home from doing that chunk of time, I just knew that it was time to get serious about doing something. Walked into a few tattoo shops and got picked up, and that was back in 98, and ever since then, man, that's just been what I do. I'm going to be a tattooist for the rest of my life. So the rough thing about that question is, one of them, I only have a small window of time. You know, at my age, I've probably only got about 5 more years of fighting left in me, and that's if I stay healthy. So before this opportunity came up with Inkmasters, I actually had taken this year off from tattooing, and was just going to focus full time on fighting and seeing how far I could get, just because I was making some headway in my region. So yeah, next thing I know, my wife sends an email for Inkmasters without letting me know, and then they call me back, and next thing you know, I'm on the show. So yeah, honestly, it's a choice I wouldn't even be able to make, man.
Stepping his tattoo game up, he got the call to be a contestant on season 2 of Inkmasters. Mark, aka the Machine Matthews.
This is Mark, the Machine Matthews. You're watching Knockout